Hello. Welcome to my story time. I'm Miss Carla, and I wanted to share a story today and do an activity like I did last Thursday afternoon. I'm continuing with my theme of getting ready for Rhode Island Latino Books Month, which is in May. And in order for the kids in Rhode Island to be able to vote for the winning book in each grade category, they just need to read 3 or more of the books in that category. So in the grade levels, kindergarten through 2nd grade, there are 6 books, and we just have to read 3 of them, and then you will be qualified to vote. And listening to this video and watching along counts as reading the book. So last week, we read Across the Bay by Carla. It was a really sweet story. That one you can go back and watch by clicking through the videos on our YouTube channel. That one was originally live streamed on Facebook and then uploaded to YouTube, so you'll find it under uploaded videos. I'm also making a playlist for this story time, this weekly story time, so you can click through all the videos in that playlist as they get added to. This will be the 2nd video in the playlist. The book that we are reading today is called Where Are You From? And the author is Shamile Syed Mendez. The illustrator is Jamie Kim. Now, if this name Jamie was a Hispanic name coming from the Spanish language, it would be pronounced Jaime, but I'm guessing it might be Jamie in this case because I read about the illustrator and she is Korean. So she may have some Latino heritage, but I'm pronouncing it Jamie, but that's a guess. So I don't know for sure if I got it right. I hope so. If anyone knows different, feel free to let me know. But as is required by the award for Latino Books Month, the author, Shamile Syed Mendez, is Latina, so she qualifies. So, where are you from? Here's the title page. It looks like a lot of photos of family members on the wall by the staircase. So maybe we'll be thinking about family in this book. Where are you from? They ask. Is your mom from here? Is your dad from there? They ask. I'm from here, from today, same as everyone else, I say. No, where are you really from? They insist. I ask Abuelo because he knows everything. And like me, he looks like he doesn't belong. Where am I from? Abuelo thinks. His eyes squint like he's looking inside his heart for an answer. You come from the Pampas, the open, free land, he says. You're from the Gaucho, brave and strong, from the brown river that cleanses and feeds the land, that gives us the grain for our bread, the milk from the cows. You're from mountains so high, they tickle Señor Cielo's belly, where the condor roosts his family and the jaguar prowls the night. But you're also from the warm blue oceans the copper warriors try to tame, and the elegant palm trees stretch their fingers to caress. You're from hurricanes and dark storms, and a tiny singing frog that calls the island people home when the sun goes to sleep. From this land, where our ancestors built a home for all, even when they were in chains because of the color of their skin. You're from the grandmothers who search for their grandchildren, waiting, always waiting, in a plaza, their white handkerchiefs wrapping the sorrow of their thoughts. You come from the sunshine that lights our path in this world and the rain that washes away our mistakes. Do you see how the illustrator has turned the handkerchiefs into birds? Isn't that interesting? But abuelo, I ask, where am I really from? Abuelo laughs. You want a place? He points to his heart. You're from here, from my love, and the love of all those before us. From those who dreamed of you because of a song sung under the Southern Cross, or the words in a book written under the light of the North Star. See how these stars make a kind of a cross shape? And there is the North Star. You are from all of us. I am. And that's the end. And in this information about the author, it says, Shamile Sayed Mendez was born and raised in Rosario, Argentina, in a family with roots from all over the world. She now lives in a small mountain town in the United States with her Puerto Rican husband, 5 multicultural kids, 2 bilingual dogs, and a herd of deer that love to eat her flowers. Isn't that sweet? And that's the end of the book. Did you like that? I think the illustrations are beautiful in this story, and I love the emphasis that it puts on your family and the past that your family has gone through to get you to where you are now. So, with that in mind, the activity that I have for today is a family tree. This is what I made. I drew this up with some markers, just on a piece of construction paper. And we're going to add the names of my family. And I hope that if you can find something to write with and something to write on, you will be interested in doing the same for your family. I also, before we do this, I want to show you something else that inspired me to think about my family tree, which is this book that I have in my house. It's called Just Like It Was, and it says by Ray Lindeke. And Ray Lindeke is my great-grandfather, my grandmother's father. And And years ago, he wrote this little book and had it printed out with pictures, photographs of him and his family to describe what life was like when he was growing up. And he also included a family tree. His family tree doesn't look quite like ours does, but it has the same kind of information. This part is what comes down to my family, and this includes my dad and my mom and my brother and sister, who are both older than me. But when this was made, I hadn't been born yet, so I'm not in the family tree in this book. So I had to make my own, and that's what we're going to do now. So if you haven't seen a family tree before, it's called a tree because it has branches that come up from me and you, the main person in whose tree you're making, and it branches into the parents of each person. Now I have written on here me, mom, dad. I've used abbreviations GP and GM for grandma and grandpa. And I have made some little stickers so I can show you where everybody goes. So in my case, me, that's Miss Carla. My mom's name is Nancy, so she goes here. She's one branch of the tree. My dad's name is Donald. And then we go to their branches. So my mom has a mom and a dad, or my grandma and grandpa. And their names are Adele, that's my grandma, and Frank, my grandpa. And then my dad's parents, my grandpa and grandma, his mom and dad, are James and Donna. See, James and Donna. So now we've got two parents, one me, two parents, and 1, 2, 3, 4 grandparents. Now, when it comes to great grandparents, which are your grandparents' parents, I don't know the names of everybody. I have to ask my mom and dad, but I do know some of them. I know that my dad's mother's mother is named Clara. And my dad's mother's father was named Raymond. He's the one who wrote that little book I showed you. And I know that my mom's mother's mother was named Eva. So those are the parts that I can fill in just off the top of my head. And to get all of these names, and to get more of these names, we have to talk to our families and see what we can find out. Now, some families are different, obviously. If you can do this tree with who you were born from, your mom and dad that you were born from, or you can do it with who you live with now. If you live with a grandparent or a foster parent or an adopted parent or an aunt or an uncle, you can start with them in your family tree. All this shows us is what kind of people came together to help us be who we are. And there's lots of different people in everyone's life. For instance, I don't know much about this branch of my tree because my mom's dad, Frank, left when she was little. So she didn't know him very well, and she didn't know his family very well. But her mom's family, she knows very well. And all I have to do is talk to her to get branches and branches of families going all the way back for hundreds of years. So there's our family tree. And if you don't have the fancy little stickers, which I happen to have, you can just write the names in however you want. Or you could use a piece of masking tape or any other kind of tape or labels if you want to do it like that. Or you could cut out different colored construction paper and write on those and glue them down. So there's lots of ways that you could do this activity. And it's a fun way to talk to your family about your roots and where you came from and what kind of traditions you might have in your family. I hope you enjoyed the story and the activity. And I will be doing this story time again next Thursday at 3:30. We will read another book from the Latino Books Month Award nomination list. And that will be 3 books. And then we will all be able to vote for our favorite. Well, not me, because you have to be a kid, and I'm not a kid. But everyone who watches who's a kid will be able to vote, and I'll tell you how to do that next time. Okay? Have a good day, everybody.